Big changes are coming to Tod Houston Memorial Field. After months of strategic research and numerous planning sessions, officials from the City of Bristol, Tennessee and Bristol, Tennessee City Schools have agreed to pool their financial resources to create a baseball complex that will serve both the Tennessee High Vikings baseball team and the state liners of the Appalachian League. The location, close to the Tennessee High campus, is a better choice than the previously considered Whitetop Creek Park, officials agreed, and the promise of a new field to enjoy America's favorite pastime is super exciting.
The proximity to campus, when you talk about high school athletes having to drive, it's less than a quarter of a mile from campus, right? So it's a really easy access for our athletes. Whitetop, not so much. I was a little bit concerned, when the idea came up to relocate to Whitetop. First, I'm a little partial to this place because of the success and the history of Tod Houston Field, and I love it here. But it's kind of hard to pass down a brand new stadium at Whitetop. But when the news came out that it was going to be located here, it's just super exciting and couldn't have worked out any better.
And there's more to it than just building a stadium. You got to think really about play, and in this case we have the high school team, which should come first, and then we have Appalachian League baseball again that we want to see continue, but at the end of the day it's about our kids, and that's what we should be serving them first and foremost. And then after that, if we can bring along professional play, or in this case the Appalachian League Wooden Bat League, that's just a great win for our community. So we're doing all we can to make things work, and we've looked at numerous locations throughout the city, and we just find that this spot is a good place that would really impact our youth the most.
Located just off Bluff City Highway near Haynesfield Elementary School, the field has a long history in Bristol. In fact, improvements to the playgrounds at several city schools were announced in the spring of 1946 as a part of a comprehensive youth recreation program designed to offer supervised outdoor play for children between the ages of 8 and 15 throughout the summer months. To accommodate these activities, improvements were made to the playgrounds at Fairmount, Rosemont, the junior high on Alabama Street, and at Haynesfield School, where a baseball diamond was laid out and backstops were installed. The first game at the new field was played on April 10, 1946, between the Tennessee High Vikings and the Kingsport High Indians, moved from Shaw Stadium across town because the field was being conditioned for a Major League exhibition game. Among the players for the Tennessee High Vikings that year was sophomore Lynn Houston, known to friends and family alike as Todd.
When he was growing up, they called him Tot, T-O-T, and then as he got older, it just turned into Todd. So that's how everybody knew him, was Tod Houston. He played baseball for Tennessee High, and he played basketball and football as well, but he loved baseball, and he was a team player. He always said that it took a team to win, and it also took a team to lose, and you got to back your players up.
Following his graduation from Tennessee High in 1948, Houston enrolled at East Tennessee State University and began umpiring for youth programs, King College, and in the Appalachian League, becoming one of the revered Boys in Blue. By the late 1950s, he was wearing a new uniform. Drafted by the U.S. Army, he served with the highly decorated 5th Regimental Combat Team in Korea and sustained 2 significant injuries during his military service. One, the result of shrapnel wounds to his arm, and the second, a concussion sustained by playing baseball while his unit waited to return to the front lines. For his service to our country, Corporal Lynn Houston was awarded a Purple Heart, a combat medal with 2 bronze stars, and the Combat Infantryman's Badge before returning to Bristol and to the game he loved in 1952. For the next 3 decades, he enjoyed a career with the U.S. Postal Service, while he and his wife Ellen raised 4 children. He also found time to create the Bristol Umpires Association, serving as commissioner to ensure a ready supply of officials for the various youth leagues of the day. And on June 8, 1967, a proud day in Viking baseball history, he umpired the game that earned Tennessee High a state championship.
He grew up with a servant's heart and was always giving and doing. He took on the meaning of Bristol is a good place to live. It truly is, and he was always wanting to make it better for the youth because he felt like that was the future.
His baseball career was cut short because of debilitating arthritis, likely exacerbated by his war injury, so he found other ways to serve his hometown.
Well, he first started in the Civil Service Board, and he did that for a term, and then he decided to run for city council and was elected for 2 terms, and had planned to run for a 3rd term but was unable to because of his illness, and then eventually he passed away right after that.
Bristol, Tennessee Mayor Tod Houston died in May 1983 at the age of 54. His fellow council members immediately responded with a resolution recognizing his commitment to Bristol's young people by renaming Haynesfield Park as Tod Houston Memorial Field. Despite the big changes now planned at this decades-old park that has meant so much to Bristol baseball over the years, Tod Houston's name will remain a reminder of his commitment to his community and the people of Bristol.
When you've got supporters of baseball in general in the community, like Tod Houston was, it's a pleasure to work on projects like this. You could tell that the family cares so much about their relatives or father, and it's a special time for them, and that makes all of us feel really good. But, you know, our community, looking at this project and looking at basically the history of baseball. You go back, and Bristol was one of those cities from the very beginning that was in the Appalachian League. So that history's here in the city, and it's good to see that opportunity to continue it for years and years to come.
With the decision now made to move forward with improvements to Tod Houston Field, architects and engineers will be hired to help transform it into a state-of-the-art baseball stadium and a gathering place for the entire community.
It gives families an opportunity to come out and enjoy promotional events, things that kids can come to and enjoy. Years ago, they did a survey, minor league baseball, about, you know, when fans leave the stadium, how many people actually know what the score of the game was. And it was very low. So people come to an Appalachian League game or a high school baseball game to first and foremost enjoy that game, but then also it gives everyone an opportunity to come together and spend some time with each other. You're looking at new concessions, new restroom facilities, new seating areas, of course, the player amenities, which would be the field itself. The lights are brand new, so that's one great thing. But if there's anything challenging here, would be the dimensions of the field and making sure we can get what we need from home plate to that outfield wall. So that's where the engineering will come in, but I'm confident we can make that happen.
As a part of the project, Haynesfield Pool, which was closed at the end of the 2022 season after many years of disrepair, will be filled in and become part of the overall stadium design. Meanwhile, park officials will begin searching for a new site for a city aquatic facility as part of a comprehensive recreational plan. It's
unfortunate that we lost the pool, but we hope to make an impact with expanding that area to build the field, create additional parking, and then look at clubhouse facilities and just everything the baseball stadium would need. I think it's important for everyone to know that, you know, when you look at this, the Appalachian League team will be here 2.5 months. But those that are going to really receive the big benefits is a high school baseball team and the JV teams that will be able to practice there throughout the year.
You know, we're practicing pretty much year-round, whether it's inside, whether it's indoors, whether it's in our weight room or whatever, but we're going pretty much year-round. But as far as down here at Tod Houston, you know, the springtime's really sort of the main time for us, which works out great for you know, for whether it be the Appy League or whatever, because, you know, like I said, at the end of May, we're done. Well, the Appy League doesn't start until the 1st of June, so it's really good coordinated effort, and it should run smooth.
A firm timeline has not been established for the stadium's completion, but those involved with the project agreed that the new stadium will become a fitting tribute that honors the late Tod Houston, a man known for his commitment to the game of baseball and the city he loved.
It makes me and my family very proud because, you know, we were proud of him for all he did and that he was recognized for the work that he put into it. And the fact that he went to Tennessee High and he also was real instrumental in the Appy League, I just can't imagine how proud he would be to be coming to a ball game here to watch the Vikings play and then also watch the State Liners.